Good morning, volunteers. My name is Edgar.
And my name is Martin, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Lead TV. Hey Edgar, what's your talent?
Man, I'm really good at Photoshop. What about you?
That's cool, man. I'm really good at getting them cool, crispy camera angles. You know what I mean?
Them angles?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Well, Ashley wants to know, what's your talent?
Ashley wants to know, what's your talent?
Mountain biking.
Oh, that's really cool.
Be able to eat 10 Taco Bell burritos all in one session.
Wow.
Mechanical engineering.
Ashley wants to know, what's your talent?
I make people laugh.
What is your talent?
This is my talent.
Juniors and seniors, prom is just around the corner. If you are planning on making a promposal, be sure to tag your photos with hashtag LHSProm 2018 at Lee_Stuco. The best promposals will be recognized on prom night.
The quote of the week is, "The secret to getting ahead is getting started," by Mark Twain.
Hey volunteers, it's Ms. Trevino with this week's college checklist, and this week we're briefly going to go over types of financial aid. So first and foremost are grants and scholarships. And grant money and scholarship money is money that you're not paying back. Grant money is money that's granted to you for some reason or another. So maybe it's a need-based grant, maybe it's a grant for an athletic grant, something you do, and then we have scholarships. So scholarship money is money that you're not paying back. It's money that you earned, right, for doing something awesome. Then we have loans. Loan money is money that you're going to pay back. So those can be either through a private lender or from the federal government. And last but not least, we have work study. Work study is an option that allows you to work part-time on your campus while making money to pay your tuition, and the rest of it that you earn at that job actually goes in your pocket. So, brief recap: differences in financial aid: grant money and scholarship money you're not paying back. Loan money you do have to pay back, and you can get that either from a private lender or through the federal government. And last but not least, work study, where you're getting a part-time job on your campus, and part of the money that you earn is paying your tuition. The rest of it you get to keep. All right? If you have any questions, volunteers, don't forget to stop by. I'm always happy to help. Have a great day.
This week's trivia question is, how many times has the Final Four been in San Antonio? Every week, we will feature a profile on one of our excellent student athletes at Lee High School. This week, our athlete profile is on Mariah Scott.
I've been playing soccer for about 13 years, since I was 3. When I started playing, when I was 3 years old, I started playing with Grayso, which is just rec, and then I slowly built my way up to working with Sting and Lone Star, which are more club teams that are get your name out there more. And now I'm playing high school and club on an all-boys soccer team, and now I'm going to go to college. So.
An important aspect of being a student athlete is being able to balance schoolwork with practice and games.
Mainly time management, so if there's any time there's a problem with my school or my grades, which very little times, I just tell my coach and he lets me handle my school stuff first and then soccer, because student comes before athlete. So in the future, when it comes to soccer, I'm going D1 in soccer, so I get to go to college on a scholarship for doing something that I love. I'm going to play for UT Rio Grande Valley. Soccer has helped me as a person by definitely helping me overcome my weaknesses. So whenever I'm down or whenever I feel upset about something, I can always turn to soccer, and it's always positive and it always motivates me to be happy. So.
Last Thursday, our girls and boys varsity soccer teams traveled to Seguin, Texas to play Westlake High School for their first playoff game.
We are so proud of the Lee Volunteers this soccer season, both the girls teams and the boys teams.
Go Lee!
The girls played a close match with an overall score of 3-2 with goals scored by Jen Jackson and Kendall Cloza. The boys played a successful match with a final score of 5-0 with goals scored by Alberto Mendoza, Jorge Arrea, Wilma Aguilar, and Sam Jabri Merrill. The boys will be advancing to the second round of playoffs and are playing tonight at Blossom against Clemens at 8.
We don't accept defeat, period. All right? That is not in our vocabulary. We do everything. We have that motto on our shirt for a reason: refuse to lose. We want to make sure that we do everything in our power to win tonight. Everything. Correct? Sure. Okay. Not just being good, not just being great athletes, but being smart on the field for the full 80 minutes. You take a 10-second break, it can cost us the game. We know that we're ready for this game if you play mind strong and physically strong. Be a very cognitive athlete tonight. Be smart on the field. If we're smart on the field, good things are going to happen. Play our game. Ball's on the ground. We move it. We possess. We move as a team. We move as a unit. If all 11 of us play as one, we win this game.
I feel great, Karina. Going to second round of playoffs feels great.
How do you feel?
It's crazy.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing. It was fun.
I feel relieved.
Relieved?
Excited, shocked, and in awe.
Wow.
There we go. Oh, I love it. Wait! Hey!
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Geographical Facts with Martin. The country we'll be discussing about this week is called Nepal, and as you can see, Nepal is a landlocked country with China to the north and India to the east, west, and south. It has a population of about 26.8 million, making it the 48th largest country with population. Nepal is actually a Himalayan country, giving it a very diverse terrain. It's going to have plains, forested hills, and it contains 10 of the world's tallest mountains, including Mount Everest. So Nepal actually used to be a buffer state between Imperial China and colonial India. And in 1951, parliamentary democracy was introduced, but the monarchs at that time shut it down. And during the 90s and early 2000s, there was a civil war that raged, creating the Republic of Nepal. Well, everybody, that has been it this week for Geographical Facts with Martin. Thank you for tuning in, and again, if you didn't pay attention, be sure to pay attention next week.
This week in history, on April 3rd, 2010, Apple releases the iPad. On April 9th, 1959, America's first astronauts are introduced. On April 4th, 1973, New York's World Trade Center is completed. In 1994, civil war breaks out in Rwanda.
Welcome back to the Unity Club Convey. I'm Aziza. Learning from mistakes always gives us a chance to improve ourselves and perform better. Today we have one student, Nixel Maldonado. Welcome to the Unity Club Convey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. So what country did you come to the US from?
I came from El Salvador. It's a small Central American nation.
So tell me about your home country. How is the population? What is the major traditions? And what is the major language that is spoken in your home country?
Most of the people speak Spanish. Our population is around 7 million people, and it's really pretty. My home country, we celebrate our independence on September 15. The way we celebrate this holiday is that we have parades in the road, festivals, music, and politicians come out and encourage people to not forget about our history.
Oh, that's great. And what is your favorite thing about the United States?
My favorite thing about the United States is the diversity we have. It's really cool to see people from another country and to communicate in different languages. For example, you from Malaysia, and some people from Canada, France, Mexico, and some other countries.
Yeah. And how was difficult for you to learn English?
It was really tough. I had to work really hard, study really hard, and I'm still learning because I believe it's never good to stop learning.
Yes, right. And what has made you a successful student in Lee High School?
That I have worked hard, as I said.
Yeah.
Before, I had worked with so many people, and they have taught me so many things that have encouraged me to do and to be a better person.
Fantastic. And what is your plan after high school?
My plan after high school is to go to college. My ambition for the future is to become an architect. So want to graduate a bachelor's degree.
Wow, great. So, as a senior in the class of 2018, what is the advice that you would like to give to our underclassmen?
The advice I would love to give to the classmates is to do not procrastinate on their work, because every little thing counts at the end.
Nice. And thank you for being with us. We wish you the best of luck.
You're welcome.
If you would like to be interviewed for Unity Club Conveys, contact Mrs. Bolton. The answer is 4. The first tournament was held in San Antonio in 1998 when Kentucky won, then in 2004 when Connecticut won, and then again in 2008 when Kansas won. On Monday, Villanova won the 2018 NCAA tournament.
Well, this concludes this week's episode of Lee TV.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to support your volunteers in all their upcoming games. And remember,
there's nothing stronger than a heart of volunteer.